Daniels was a well-known name in the high-rise buildings of corporate America. With a commanding presence, sharp intellect, and an MBA from a prestigious university, she had climbed the corporate ladder with precision. Yet behind the polished exterior and six-figure salary, Maya carried a deep sense of emptiness. She had everything the world said should bring fulfillment: a high-powered job, a luxury apartment, and designer clothes, but her soul was starving. The turning point came one crisp autumn morning when Maya sat in her corner office, staring at her computer screen. The numbers on the spreadsheet blurred as an overwhelming wave of despair washed over her. She couldn't understand why she felt so lost. "There has to be more to life than this," she whispered to herself, her voice cracking under the weight of her unspoken prayers. That evening, while scrolling aimlessly through social media, Maya stumbled upon a post about Yahuwah, the Hebrew name for the Creator. The message resonated deeply. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." It felt like an invitation directly from Shamayim. Maya, who had been distant from any kind of faith, found herself searching for answers about Yahuwah, his promises, and her purpose. Over the next few months, Maya embarked on a journey of surrender. She started studying the scriptures, spending time in prayer, and seeking wisdom from others who walked in obedience to Yahuwah. Slowly, her heart began to heal, and she felt the weight of her corporate persona lift. She realized that her identity was not tied to her career or achievements, but in being a child of the Most High. Maya eventually decided to leave her corporate job, a move that many called reckless, but she felt Yahuwah calling her to something greater, something that didn't just serve herself, but others as well. With time and reflection, she discovered her talent for creating handmade pottery, a craft she had dabbled in during her college years. What began as a hobby now felt like a Kodesh calling. She started crafting pottery adorned with Hebrew scriptures and messages of encouragement. Each piece was created prayerfully, and she often felt Yahuwah guiding her hands as she worked. She called her business Clay in His Hands, a reminder of Isaiah, "But now, O Yahuwah, you are our Father, we are the clay, and you are potter, and all we are the work of your hand." At first, Maya wasn't sure how she would make ends meet. The stability of her corporate check was gone, and the fear of financial lack loomed, but Yahuwah proved to be her provider. Orders for her pottery came steadily, often from unexpected sources. One day, a popular faith-based influencer shared her work, causing her sales to skyrocket overnight. Maya knew this was no coincidence. It was Yahuwah's hand baraking her obedience. There were also moments when she received provision in miraculous ways. A random check arrived in the mail from an old corporate bonus she had forgotten about. Neighbors and friends unexpectedly gifted her with groceries and supplies. And just when she thought she wouldn't be able to afford new materials, a local craft store owner offered her a sponsorship deal that covered her needs. Through it all, Yahuwah taught Maya to trust Him completely. She learned that financial provision wasn't about striving, but about obedience and faith. Proverbs 10 and 22 came alive in her life. "The Barak of Yahuwah makes one rich, and He has no sorrow with it." Maya's pottery became a barak to others. Customers would write to her, sharing how her creations reminded them of Yahuwah's love and promises. Through her work, she began to minister to others, hosting workshops where she shared her testimony and taught people how to seek Yahuwah in their own lives. But the most significant transformation came when Maya let go of the shame from her past. She had always carried regret for the compromises she made during her corporate years, the people she hurt, the relationships she neglected, and the ways she sought validation in worldly things. Through Yahuwah's mercy, she learned to forgive herself. She understood that her past was not a prison, but a testimony of Yahuwah's power to redeem. Maya's life became a reflection of Matthew 5 and 16. "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in Shamayim." The workshops grew into a community of believers who encouraged and uplifted one another. She became known not just as a potter, but a servant of Yahuwah, a woman whose life was dedicated to glorifying Him. Though she no longer earned the massive paycheck of her corporate years, Maya found that she lacked nothing. Yahuwah provided for her every need, often in ways that exceeded her expectations. She was living proof of Psalm 37:25. I've been young, and now I am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his descendants begging bread. Through her obedience, Maya became a barak to countless others, proving that no matter how lost one feels, Yahuwah can transform any life into a masterpiece.